Hey lads, how's it going? It's your boy Brad. Thanks for stopping by my channel. As you can tell by today's video, we're going to be talking about the top 5 lethal kill streaks in Modern Warfare. But before that video starts, I just want to say make sure you like and subscribe and hit that post notification button so you never miss an upload from me. If you don't like or subscribe, the next nuke that you try to get, you will end up choking. You heard that here first, folks, that you will end up choking the next nuke that you get. I don't make the rules, that's just how it's got to be. Also, a little side note, I'm trying to make these top 5s more community oriented videos where you guys end up picking which kill streaks actually make it onto this list. I did tweet about this on Twitter. I said, tell me your favorite lethal kill streaks. I did only end up getting 2 replies to it, so made it a little bit hard, so I kind of had to make it opinion based. Since there was only 2, I couldn't decide which one had the most and then put an order from there. If you guys do want to decide what is going to be in the next top 5, make sure to look out for the tweets, go to my Twitter, follow it, make sure to turn on the notifications for that, and next time I make a top 5 video, I will make sure to tweet it out and you guys will get to pick the next topic and what's in the list. And coming in our number 5 spot is there was a couple options that I had. The 2 that I was thinking of the number 5 spot was going to end up being the cluster strike or the precision airstrike. Both are very good, but for specific reasons I decided to actually go with the cluster strike in the top 5 spot. The reason being is it is a pretty cheap kill streak, only costing 4 kills to get, and all you do is you pull out a little laser and aim it where you want the cluster strike to go. Now a lot of people are going to argue that the precision airstrike should have went, but the cluster strike has 6 shells compared to 2 bombing runs that the precision airstrike has. Therefore, let's say you're playing a smaller map like Shoot House or something and you're playing headquarters, you can use the cluster strike to completely shut the enemy down from going through an area for a little bit, because no one's going to want to walk through there because they know they will die. EOD doesn't really protect you that much from the cluster strike, and you're able to watch down the other corridor for a good chunk of time while you're on that headquarters, compared to the precision airstrike just using it twice and then they can easily just run back down. It also gets a decent amount of kills for being a cheap kill streak. It's one of my favorite kill streaks. I usually run it a lot on smaller maps. That's mainly what it's good for. When you hit those bigger maps, there is a lot more area to cover, so it's not really useful in those maps, which is why it is on the number 5 spot. Coming in our number 4 spot was actually one that one of you guys said, and it's going to be the Wheelson. It's a 7 kill streak, and it gives you a little tank that you have to remotely control, and it goes around shooting kind of tank shells, it's a mix in between tank shells and machine gun shells, because they are powerful, but they're not super powerful. The downside for the Wheelson is that it's not that strong. I've been able to die with it within 1 RPG. Sometimes it takes a couple, depending on how much or how directly they end up impacting the tank. But the upsides for this is that it is able to get a lot of kills and clear out rooms. If someone sees a Wheelson coming towards them, more than likely they're going to try to run away from that unless they have an RPG. But this kill streak is perfect. I like it more because it's kind of a meme kill streak. You can get people on top if you get a full crew, let's say Insertion Destroy, or a couple people to jump on top of it with riot shields. It is kind of unstoppable depending on how fast the people on top do get killed. But it is good in Search and Destroy for the fact, like I said, it does run people away from the objectives, because more than likely they're not going to be running an RPG unless they're super cheesy, and it just kills people super fast, especially on small maps. So it's kind of in between. It's good on small maps, not really great on big maps, but you can definitely use it on big maps. And this is going to bring us to our number 3 spot. It is a pretty expensive kill streak. It's the gunship coming in at 12 kills. Now we know gunships from previous CODs, the AC-130. It's a pretty powerful kill streak. The reason why it's in the 3rd spot is for a couple reasons. It's good, but at the same time you don't really run it as much as you want to. There's a couple other streaks that pass it. Because it is 12 kills, sometimes it can take a bit to get it, because the time to kill on Modern Warfare is pretty big, so unless you have an area on lock, the chances of you getting killed before you end up getting this streak are pretty high. Now you do have 3 different rounds. You have a really powerful cannon round, and then you have an LMG round, and then you have kind of a spraying round. There's a medium, high rate of fire, and then a really slow rate of fire that you can use, and you do have to manually switch between all 3, which is kind of the downside, because if you don't have that good coordination, or if it's your first time using it, chances are you're not really going to know what to do for shooting it. It is more of a veteran streak. Veterans know how to use it. Very easy to get kills with if you do know what you're doing. And the lenses to see people, it's kind of hard to see people with cold-blooded depending on the map you are on, because it is higher in the air. I think it's the highest in the air for most of the kill streaks, but you are able to take it down with the cruise missile. And otherwise, I think it takes 3 RPGs to take it down, and 3 RPGs, you can get a lot of kills unless people really coordinate. And unless you're in Search and Destroy, which I don't know why you'd really use a gunship in Search and Destroy, chances are people being full team trying to coordinate, like free-for-all, just team deathmatch, are very low, and you can end up racking a ton of kills with it. And this is going to bring us into our number 2 spot, and that is going to go, I'm pretty sure some of you could have guessed it, it's going to go to the Chopper Gunner, coming in at 10 kills. Now for 10 kills, you get yourself a chopper that you get to fly. Basically, we saw it in Black Ops 1. I don't know if it was really in that much other CODs, but you get to pilot this helicopter. You can even move it yourself, so you shoot it and you move it at the same time. And the couple upsides for this one, it's easier to see people using cold-blooded, especially in the gameplay that you see me using it. I'm able to see, yes, it is bots, but you can see the bots using cold-blooded. They don't show up with the red outline, but you can definitely see the silhouette. I can see it being a little bit of trouble if you are playing team deathmatch. Sometimes you won't be able to discern them from your teammates, depending on, because sometimes names like to show up, sometimes they don't like to show up. But you also get a very powerful machine gun that's able to just shred through the enemy. You can shoot, if they're inside a crate, you can shoot it outside of the crate, and the chances of them dying are very high. It does take, like, I think 2 RPGs to kill. I think it also has 1 set of flares, so 3 in total. They can shoot it down with LMGs and stopping power rounds if they really tried to, but then again, that would take coordinating, and that means if you are playing team deathmatch, your team gets the chance to kill them because they are distracted trying to take down the Chopper Gunner. And it's also really good because it's only 10 kills compared to the gunship, and it is a lot stronger than the gunship because you can move it around. So if they are using RPGs, you can avoid them. There is a way to avoid missiles, and that's why it's at the number 2 spot. Powerful, nimble, and you can rack up a ton of kills with it. And this is going to bring us into our number 1 spot. Now, if you played the original Modern Warfare, you know what this spot is going to go to. It's going to go to the Harrier Strike / VTOL Jet. Only takes 8 kills, and what you get is a kind of a bombing run. It shoots some missiles at the area that you do decide to deploy it at, which can get, I've gotten quad feeds with that before. It is pretty insane. And then besides that, after the bombing run, you do get the VTOL itself, which is kind of like the Sniper's Nest and of course the Harrier Strike, where it just starts shooting down at the enemies. You can avoid it by using cold-blooded, but most of the people don't run cold-blooded until they see the Harrier jet. That's how powerful this thing is. If it even detects you, it will start shooting you. It destroys on small maps such as Shipment, Shoot House, or anything else like that, because chances of people running into the beam or the sight or the line of sight for the VTOL jet are so high. It's really good in Search and Destroy because you can lock down an entire area for it. Let's say you're on the defending side, you can lock down B site and then just go watch A site because they won't be able to plant, and if they do shoot it down, you will be able to tell what site they are on, and you'll be able to rotate faster than they can plant. So it really helps shutting areas down. And of course, like the other one at Chopper Gunner and Gunship, you can rack up a ton of kills if you're smart with it. There are times where it doesn't get that many kills, but even when it doesn't get that many kills, you are still able to just block those areas off because nobody wants to go against a VTOL. VTOLs are scary. The only thing to really stop it is a riot shield, and sometimes it shoots the ground around you, which will kill you even if you have a riot shield. Well, anyway, guys, that's going to be my top 5 list for the best lethal kill streaks on Modern Warfare. Please tell me what you think in the comments. Tell me what you agree with. Tell me what you disagree with. Even put your own list in the comments. Like I said, this is supposed to be mainly community-based things. I only got a couple of replies on my tweet. If you guys do want to see more community-based top 5s, please make sure to reply to the tweets that I do put out. Anyway, guys, this has been my video. Thank you guys for watching. Make sure to hit that like button, subscribe, and that post notification button so you never miss an upload. And I'll see you boys in the next video.